So here's a little behind the scenes video. It's a day off. We don't get many of those, but I've got one today. Well, I say we don't get many of those, that'd be a lie. We get one once a week. Busy day for me today, as are most of my days off. Chloe's away, so I've got no sidekick. But I had to be down in Slough this morning very early, so I got up, didn't really nail my nutrition. I chose sleep over my nutrition, but I had a good protein shake. I had it with oats, protein powder, put some greens in there, had a banana in there, and then I had a couple of boiled eggs, and then I flew out the door, and a nice little coffee. Obviously you've got to start the day with a nice espresso. As you know, I've got a bit, or espresso, as Chloe tells me every 5 minutes. You know, I've gone mad about my coffee, bought myself a badass coffee machine. I went for a little Sage dual boiler with a portable grinder. It's not the app, by the way, it's an actual coffee grinder. So yeah, smashed that out, and then literally drove down to Slough, spoke for O2. They've redone their deal with England, which is amazing for us. Obviously, I think it's going to be the longest running sponsorship of all time. I was there with England rugby player Lydia Thompson. She was really nice. Great to meet a World Cup winner, as I haven't won a World Cup and those girls have. And yeah, so that was great. Talked to all the staff, met all the staff, had loads of photos. One guy was like, "Yes, can I have a photo on your back, please?" I was like, "What do you mean, mate?" And he goes, "I'd like to have a photo on your back." So he jumped on my back and I had a photo with him, which was quite cool. And then I drove straight away from there to home. You would have seen that I posted the other day that we're doing this poster competition again for my rugby book, or my training guide, as it were. So I had to drop off a whole lot of signed posters at my office, and then I went on to Molesford School, doing some coaching for kids. I haven't coached kids for ages. Really enjoyed it. I've forgotten how much fun it is coaching kids, and obviously watching them teach them something, and then they suddenly go out and do it. Well, most of them do it, and just obviously teaching them a little bit about offloading after contact, or offloading, sorry, we were doing touch, one touch offload, and then if you get two touches you've got a long place, and you know, practicing attacking and running lines. And then with the young kids we did a little bit of footwork. We played British Bulldog, where one team had balls and you had to kind of touch them, and they had to try and beat you with footwork, so that was quite cool. The young kids loved that. There was a few discrepancies over whether they were touched or not. You know, there was almost a few tears, but I told them just to get on with it. I find that the best way of talking to kids. If you pander to them, then they just go all weird. But if you just go, "Come on, sharpen up, get in line," they're actually seem to be okay. That's my rule on parenting. So that's great. And you know, as I said, my nutrition today's not been amazing. I didn't get a chance to eat when I was at the school. Obviously, you know, my nutrition is very important to me. I'm tracking everything at the moment on MyFitnessPal, just to make sure I nail all my macros. Chloe's been amazing at helping me do that. I work with Matt Lovell as well at the moment. He's set all my nutrition up, and Chloe has as well. So I'm kind of trying to get in the best shape I can. And at the school I didn't get to eat, but we did a good question and answer. I got loads of cool questions. Who my best opponent was, who was my favourite teammate in the England squad, who was my least favourite. Obviously I can't answer all these questions now because that would be revealing. I don't have a worst one, actually. Everyone's a good lad. I'm probably everybody's worst one. And then what else do we get asked? What do I eat? Well, luckily I was able to point to my rugby book, because that explains everything in there. But otherwise it was a good day, actually. It's a good day off. It's about 5:30. I'm stuck in traffic, just rolling on the way home. I've got to write this other book, and I'm 3/4 of the way through that. So I'm going to put my feet up, have a log fire. I'm going to eat a lot better for the rest of the day. I stopped at M&S on the way and had a car picnic. I am all about a car picnic. I'm actually listening to audiobooks. I listen to a lot of audiobooks when I'm driving along, and I always listen to one book that I think I should listen to, and one book that I want to listen to. I'm listening at the moment to one I think I should listen to, which is Alistair Campbell's Winners. Picking up a few tips, learning all about Anna Wintour from Vogue, and Jose Mourinho, and various other people about leadership and structure, and I recommend it. Very interesting if any of you are budding leaders out there or want to understand stuff. There's some very interesting concepts there about strategy and tactics and how to employ that and how to be a different leader. You know, I'm basically just trying to learn to control Chloe, and I think the best way to do that is going to be hypnotism. but we'll cover that another time. So yeah, I'm on the way home. Bit of a busy day off. You've got to rest. It hasn't been overly strenuous, but I can do put my feet up. I think I'm going to light a fire. Going to eat well. Bought some salmon fillets. Got some brown rice. Throw in some veg. Going to hit a few supplements today just because I'm getting a bit run down. So I'm going to nail my fish oils, my Vitsi, and everything else. But it was a good day. As I said, I really enjoyed coaching the kids. Got to speak at O2 in front of all these people. Even had a few laughs. I think they were probably laughing at Lydia's jokes, not mine, but I tried my best. So that is the day in the life of a professional rugby player. Not particularly glamorous, mainly centred around trying to eat food, but with a few exciting bits in between.